Hello friends and welcome to Raj Malhotra's IS. So this is second in our series of discussion on the recommendation of Nolan Committee. So एक video already इस पे upload हो चुकी है on the values that have been recommended by the Nolan Committee. So what exactly is Nolan Committee? So जैसे मैंने आपको previous video में भी I have already told you that this was a committee set by the Britain's John Major government to recommend some values that your public civil servants should imbibe in their daily conduct so that they perform in an ethical manner. ठीक है, तो इसके लिए ही this committee has made 7 such values, eminent for each and every public servant, and we have already discussed 3 such values, that is selflessness, objectivity and integrity. So इनके बारे में डिटेल में I have already discussed in the previous video. Please go in the videos and playlists, there you can check the first part of Nolan Committee's recommendations, and now in this video I am going to discuss the next 4 recommendations or values suggested by the Nolan Committee, right? So the 4th value suggested by the Nolan Committee is the accountability principle. Okay, so what does Nolan Committee mean by this? It says that the civil servants should be accountable or responsible for their conduct to the people. ठीक है, वो जो भी काम करते हैं उसके लिए they should be accountable to the people. People can ask them questions about all the roles and responsibilities that a civil servant has, and the civil servant should not shy away from answering the questions or the responsibility that is being sought from them. ठीक है, तो accountability is to holders of public officer are accountable to public for all their decisions. जो भी decisions लेते हैं उनके लिए they will have to answer to the people, they will be responsible to the people, and they should submit themselves to scrutiny. That means कि public उनसे questions पूछ सकती है. Public can question that why did you take such decision, why did you give X contract to this contractor if a bridge falls maybe. Okay, that is the sense of accountability, that public can ask questions from the public civil servant, and civil servant should take the responsibility of all the actions that he or she has taken. ठीक है, so one such example, as we discussed in the last video also about Yu Sagyam, okay, this is a very famous civil servant. His story I discussed in the previous video, please check that video also. So he voluntarily disclosed his own assets on a government website. ठीक है, अपनी सारी assets, property और धन की information he published on a website. So that is also a part of accountability. He is answering to the people in financial terms. ठीक है, तो अपने decisions के लिए भी when you answer that time you are accountable, and when you are giving your financial details, that means you are giving accountability to the people. So that is the 4th value that your Nolan Committee suggested. Accountability की another very prominent example is your Lal Bahadur Shastri, the 2nd Prime Minister of India. ये भी he also presents a very sound example of accountability. So when once he was serving as the minister of Nehru ji in the first government, you may say, so there also following a railway accident, he was the minister at that time. He taking the moral responsibility of the accident as being the leader or head of that department, he presented his resignation to Prime Minister Nehru that I don't deserve to serve as the railway minister or the head of the department because under my leadership this accident has happened. So that is also being accountable to the people, being responsible to the people for the actions or the roles you are given. Okay, so that is also a very good example of accountability that you can use in your answers and also to understand the concept of accountability, right? Now the next value suggested by Nolan Committee is openness. So the civil servants should openly declare information about all the actions and activities they get involved into in their day-to-day basis. So iske liye, for openness, India has also launched many innovative instruments. One such instrument being the Right to Information Act, in which every department's information, the citizens can seek information about activities of any government official or any government department at a nominal price. So this is also an example of openness that we see. Okay, so openness is nothing that information should not be withheld. ठीक है, सारी इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग टू गवर्नमेंट वर्क्स एंड विद रिगार्ड टू गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स शुड बी ओपनली एक्सेसिबल टू द पीपल. ओके, तो इससे अगर छुपाएंगे, इफ देयर विल बी chances of not disclosing the information, there is always a possibility of corruption. जैसे जैसे we increase the access to information, more awareness will come among the people and there is more accountability and reduction in corruption. जैसे for example you see the idea of social audits, उसमें भी ये है that information is presented in front of people at local level. जो आपकी ग्राम पंचायत होती हैं, दे कंडक्ट दी सोशल ऑडिट्स. ठीक है, इनके सामने इंफॉर्मेशन इज प्रेजेंटेड. लेट्स जस्ट से कि मनरेगा के सोशल ऑडिट्स की हम बात कर रहे हैं, तो लोगों को कहा जाएगा, दे विल बी आस्क्ड कि ABC राम श्याम Ghanshyam, your name is mentioned in the Manrega roller list. Did you get a job under Manrega? They will be asked a question based on the information that has been collected from a government official. Okay, about Ram, Shyam and Ghanshyam. Now they will reply, let's just say Ram says, yes, I was allotted the job under Manrega. Now Shyam says, yes, I was allotted the job under Manrega. Now Ghanshyam says, no, I never got a job under Manrega. Right? So this openness of information provided us the opportunity to detect these malpractices that is happening in government jobs or government schemes, I mean. Okay, so openness of information increases accountability of the government departments and reduces corruption in the delivery of services. So that is how your idea of openness is very relevant. So civil servants को अपने conduct में this openness they have to show. They can use RTI for this, social audit for this, or citizen charters for this, and even on day-to-day basis they should keep an open environment in their functioning. Okay, that is what this says. Then the value is honesty, being truthful to your job. Okay, being truthful to your public. ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं करना है that harms the interests of the public, that you are acting against the values of the constitution. You should be honest to yourself, you should be honest to your constitution of the country that calls for treating everyone equally and working for the interest of the public and not for self-interest. So that is the kind of honesty that is required from civil servants of India. The last value that your Nolan committee suggested was the value of leadership. ठीक है, तो हर civil servant में leadership की values होनी चाहिए. Okay, so see, a civil servant has to head or lead a large organization. So he should be a organizational leader at organization level. Also a DC, or you say every civil servant has a large population also under his ambit. ठीक है, आप ये समझ लीजिए रेलवेज का ऑफिसर है या DC है या SP है, they have a large population under their control. they जो वो decision करेंगे, एक civil servant जो decision करेगा, that will impact the lives of hundreds and thousands of people. So in that way he is also, a civil servant is also a leader of large population. So in both the aspects the person should be able to act as a genuine, ethical and upright leader. ठीक है, अपनी organization में भी he should be able to lead his subordinates well, and if you see from the perspective of population, तो वहाँ भी he should be able to lead the public ऑफ द एरिया वेल, ठीक है, 2 टाइप से उसको लीडर एक्ट करना पड़ेगा. एंड बीइंग अ लीडर मीन्स बीइंग एबल टू टेक डिसीजंस, बीइंग एबल टू मेक डिसीजंस, बीइंग एबल टू टेक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, upholding the interests of the your subordinates or the public you are representing, ठीक है, being accountable to both, जिनके भी आप लीडर हैं उनकी तरफ आप आंसरेबल अकाउंटेबल भी होने चाहिए. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द वैल्यूज दैट अ लीडर मस्ट पोर्ट्रे. He should be able to act as the decision maker. He should be able to take difficult responsibilities, serve the interests of the subordinates and the public, and also be accountable to those public or interests. Right? Right. Okay, so that is what such leadership qualities are required among your civil servants. You see the example of this civil servant, Samit Sharma, who is an IAS officer of Rajasthan. So he took a stand for his subordinate clerk. Okay, he took a stand for and he refused to sack that lower division clerk. ठीक है, तो क्या हुआ था कि एक बार MLA साहब आए थे and he had ordered in MLA साहब ने पब्लिक ऑफिसेस को विजिट करना था and he ordered that everyone will stand up in a circular. He ordered that everyone will stand up when MLA arrives, but this clerk rejected to stand up for in front of this MLA. In response, the MLA asked Mr. Samit Sharma to fire this clerk, but he acted as the true leader and worked in the right manner, and the right way to do thing is that clerk did not do anything wrong. He is not in a constitutional or legal way required to serve a MLA. Okay, he serves the public of India. He is not serving any MLA or politician of the country, so he was not required in any way to stand up for this MLA. So he, Samit Sharma, stands up for the clerk, although he gets transferred for that, but he did the right thing and he acted as the true leader. That is the kind of leadership that we require. Similar way, a very famous civil servant, Armstrong Peme, you might be aware of him. This is Armstrong Peme. So he is from Manipur, and there when he was posted as the head of that area, so he knew that he had a short tenure, but he also was willing to do something good for the area, for the people of that area. He wanted to construct a road that could connect the people of this area to the mainstream state or the city in that area. ठीक है, पहले connectivity बहुत weak थी, so he wanted to create that connectivity. So उसके लिए he built this road with the help of the people, financial resources भी लोगों से लिए, ठीक है, crowd pooling of the funds, and also labor भी लोगों से ली, and within 6 months he did this miracle of connecting this not connected or poorly connected area to the mainstream city. That is why he is also called as the miracle man of Manipur. ठीक है, so this is also a kind of leadership that is expected from the civil servants. Right, अब समझ आया leadership का मतलब, that you act as the leader of your subordinates, okay, like Samit Sharma did, and you also act as the leader of the public. When public needs you, you should be able to stand up for their interests. Okay, so that is the meaning of leadership. So this was all about this committee. These are the 7 broad principles that have been values that have been suggested by your Nolan committee. Please remember these are very important for your GS4 perspective. So do make a note of all these, the examples that I have mentioned. You can use them also and try to create your own examples also as you read the newspapers every day. It would be very helpful for your exam. If you have any doubt, post it in the comment section. I'll respond to them. Thank you so much for watching.